Hello everyone, this is Phi, and I'm about to try out Hemoglobin Project. Um, this is a little bit late. This is past the demo day by a few weeks, I guess. And I'm just making this video because the developer was mentioning that I guess they were uncertain about their continuing on with this project, and because of the feedback they had gotten, so I thought I'd give it a shot and see what I thought about it, and if perhaps I could give any useful feedback. I think that's probably very loud. I'll turn down my volume here. I can't tell how loud it is in the recording, obviously. Just in my headphones it sounds a bit loud, so hopefully that's not too quiet, but the music is nice. I don't know if that was like a stock piece or something. I'm gonna guess that it is, just because usually for something this early and rough you wouldn't have a nice finished piece of music like that, and especially if he's not even sure if he's gonna continue with the game project. But it's moody, it's nice. I haven't seen anything past this screen. I did take a brief look over the controls, so this is keyboard only, I guess. I guess there's controls right here. Let's see, J key. So this is, you can rebind them, I suppose. And it's always nice to have this stuff implemented in the demos. I mean, obviously it can be kind of a pain to deal with all this stuff, but just gonna go ahead and jump in here. You awaken in a strange place. Turning my volume up a little bit. I'm not going to touch the recording volume, so it sounds a lot quieter. It's sort of ambient, moody music here. The last thing you remember is driving, and then darkness. Oh wow, okay. So this immediately reminds me of Max Payne, the original, which I played. Oh gosh, it must have been at least like 12 years ago. But I remember there being like this hallucination level that looked kind of like this. I don't know if that was inspired by this. That immediately jumps to mind, but it's visually striking anyway, so I kind of appreciate that. I do like the glitchy look on the text. It's just juice, but I think it's pretty cool. Kind of adds to the mood. So we have examine and tab is inventory. Weapons must be equipped. I like that you put little help, I guess, tutorial text here. Tab is inventory. Got some nice audio feedback here. Little details. I noticed the details. There's a little bit of polish going on. It says I'm healthy. My face is interestingly non-distinct. Use, examine, combine, discard. Okay, so this is it's your survival horror trappings. I just hit the escape key. That doesn't close the menu. Tab does. Examine. A handgun lays on the path. Take the handgun. Yes, no. I like having choices. Choices are cool. What would happen if I said no, though? Do I get to do I just go and die? I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and it says it must be equipped, so we go in here, J key, examine, combine, discard. I guess maybe use? My sidearm. Okay, so he owns it. Apparently this wasn't just found, this was his. So I'm gonna try use. Okay. So the word use kind of makes me suspect that he's gonna like shoot it or something when I select it. It's not really. Equip is a different word, so I kind of like. Maybe you could have it so the context changes. Like if you select an item that can be used immediately, it says use, and then if you select like a weapon, it would change to equip or something. Little detail. Tab. I keep trying to hit the escape key to close the inventory menu here. I guess this is a different thing. I mean, you could make it so that in the context of the menu, like hitting escape here would close the menu, and then like obviously it would do this here. It's just a thought. Oh my gosh, it's like a ghost. L is to aim. Oh, that's cool. So you can do... Alright, so I'm finding it's difficult to stop in a diagonal position, which is... I don't know if that's necessary in the gameplay. It's obviously because, you know, it's hard to let go of both keys at the same time. But it appears that your target cone shrinks faster when you're not moving. So that's kind of why I immediately went to test that out, and then that's how I can kind of tell that it's hard to stop in a diagonal. I don't know what could make that easier, to be honest. But we're gonna go ahead and keep going. I think this is really cool. It looks really juicy and stuff, so and I guess it adds to the tension element for a survival horror, because you can't, like, if you shoot immediately, then you might miss, but if you want to be accurate, then you have to take your time with it. I guess, is this gonna hurt me? Oh. So in theory I could just not kill this thing. It's like the game wants me to, but... Reload while aiming? Now I wonder why you have to be aiming to reload. Like, I don't see why you couldn't just hold aim to focus shots. More focus, more damage. Oh, okay. Does that mean it's not an aim, it's just a like damage modifier? Let's see. It still seems to be hitting. Oh, that didn't either. So I think maybe it's both. Maybe it's both your cone of fire and damage. I'm not really sure. I don't understand the need to have to hold down the button and press R to reload. If it's not, if there isn't like a particular reason for that, I don't see why you couldn't just make R always reload. It would just kind of, you know, there's no reason to make it more difficult than it needs to be to do the function. I'm gonna assume that this thing won't die. It looks like, yes, we do have limited ammo, so I kind of feel bad about using it. Let's see what happens. Alright, can't combine the... oh. Okay, I can't seem to put it down. Is there a... Alright, K is kind of the back button, I guess. This will play better on a gamepad, I'm sure, but... I don't think... I didn't see mention of it being implemented in gamepad. So I'm just gonna leave that dude thing there. We got... Okay, I don't see a way to pick up the key. I don't know if that's a bug. Like I'm pushing E. Oh! It worked this time. There's a key sitting here. Take it with you. Yes. You gotta hit the right buttons. I don't usually play games like this on a keyboard, you know, obviously I'm used to gamepad controls and such, so for this particular kind of game it's a little strange to get used to controls and such. I think it's E. This door is locked. Okay, so that means remember which button to press here. Let's see what this says. The chapel key. Alright, so I guess I'm going into the chapel. Alright, so mechanics seem polished. There's a lot of, I mean, relative complexity to this already. It's not, I recognize this as non-trivial. The amount of different things going on here. Oh. Okay, so I crawled off my hospital bed, apparently. This, if you could call it a hospital, this is a pretty gnarly looking hospital. Which is hardly unusual, I guess, in this type of game. Now E is to... I gotta remember what the buttons are. These cabinets are locked tight. Okay, I really like, straight off the bat, the fact that you can examine just random things. That can definitely add a lot, depending on who you are. I remember Fallout, like the original Fallout, had a lot of lots and lots of flavor text sort of things when you just examine stuff, and I really appreciated that a lot. So I think you should just be able to like hit E to get out of the examining thing instead of hitting E to examine and J to get out. It seems unnecessary to use 2 keys for that when you can use 1. In fact, the J key doesn't seem to do anything outside of aiming. Oh, I don't... Do I know how long... Oh, I don't have a gun any longer. But yeah, it just makes me wonder if perhaps you could just use the J key and not use the E key at all. Since it... I'm assuming only will shoot while you're holding the aim button down, so you could just use that as a modifier. And it's just thoughts I have. Let's see, there's nothing here. Obviously, it's still an early demo. This isn't a finished game or anything. So there's a lot of opportunity to add more text and things like that. I'm not going to expect everything to be fleshed out at all. To be honest, it comes across as pretty polished for a demo of this sort of thing. I don't know how long he's been working on this or anything, so immediately I noticed that there's a bit of sprawl to the level and there doesn't appear to be any map, so I feel like I don't know where I'm going. Kind of makes me wish for a map of some sort. Some more locked cabinets. This looks like science equipment. Nothing of interest. This thing is on. It's not lit, however, gas is pumping out of it. Very interesting. So we got a little bit of adventure game feel here. Oh my gosh, suddenly words. I'm just gonna skim over this. Oh, there's more. Caught smoking in our lab. Okay. Some more flavor there. More locked cabinets. Looks like I hit the cabinets again. Alright, so I don't know if I'm gonna find anything else in here, but there's that interesting gas burner. Makes me wanna set it alight. Not sure what for, but so like I mentioned, this does feel pretty polished so far. See, these are barricaded. It does occur to me that it feels like a slower paced game, so you know, I'm just understand that that's not always everyone's cup of tea, that some people get bored if they don't progress fast enough, or they don't feel like they're progressing fast enough. Which is something you can, you know, learn from and try to find ways to make that feeling of progression kind of more prominent in your game, but otherwise you can just kind of, you know, not cater to those people if that's what you choose. This is locked. There's a combination lock on the handle. Alright, sorry, I'm noticing immediately there's a number of things I'm running into that appear game relevant. And I wonder, like, if I meant to remember these things. If there's too many of these things that like I'm being bombarded with that I have to come back to later, then it seems a little overwhelming. Just because I don't know like how much is this going to rely on my memory to remember all these things. So that's just my I can't think of the word, but it's my immediate thoughts on seeing all those. The store won't budge. Alright, so lots of locked doors. Again, I feel a little bit lost. Not too bad. It's obviously not like a maze or anything, but it does have some sprawl. This looks gnarly. Oh, there's a man. See, I couldn't make out what this was. A man in a white coat slumped over on the toilet. He's covered in blood. A gold-plated lighter. Ooh, yep. Alright, so this is the dude I was just reading about. He's smoking in the bathroom, I guess, or something. Uh-oh. Suddenly a twist. It's jammed shut. So that's cool. I like the idea of things like that suddenly modifying your path of progression. Oh wow, that is genuinely creepy. That is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Occupied, I'm guessing. Oh my gosh. That's pretty legit. I'm not... What a mess. Okay, you know, I'm along with the tension, that there's a little bit of jerkiness when the camera comes to rest. And it kinda, it makes me feel slightly uneasy, just the wonkiness of the camera. I almost wonder if you could maybe emphasize that a little. If you're in like a creepy situation, you know, some games kind of try to make like sanity effects or something, you know, make it look trippy, just to make it kind of uneasy. And I think that could possibly be effective. But yeah, this is pretty legit. Occupied, I'm guessing, so I don't know what happened with that. Is this gonna... Okay, it's not jammed anymore. I don't... It's a mystery what happened, but apparently they just want to give me that little cutscene type moment there, which I did enjoy. Blockade of junk is in the way. Okay, so it was relatively linear to get here, so not bad in terms of confusingness. Because I just kind of walk backwards from here. Store's locked. I think, did I come from the bottom, or I don't know. Or was it like a loop and then it went to the right? I don't really know. A good thing for if you don't want to have a map, a thing that can help a lot is having landmarks. So that means like visual elements that only appear in one place in the game, you know, they're not repeating everywhere. So like if you see something you're like, okay, I'm here. That's a thing that you can consider. I don't know where this is right now, so, oh, glowy thing. I do feel a little uneasy, so I think that's a successful sort of thing. I like that there's a little... Oh, is that a key of some sort? It glittered. There's a blank piece of paper. Of course I want it. Oh my gosh. Getting attacked. That's cool. Keys to the admissions office. He's supposed to be dead. Okay, so we got some zombie action going on, it looks like. Nothing original about zombies, but that doesn't mean people don't like him. I do like that you use the light to guide the player to the important object. That was obviously a conscientious design choice there, and I think that's very effective. I don't think there's anything else in here I need. No. Keep going. So is the admissions office key? I don't know. Yeah, this is getting a little confusing as to where I am exactly. Trying to look for landmarks. Is this where I think this is where I woke up. Yeah, okay, this is where I woke up. Which means I came and I believe I went down here originally. So I went in a big loop. And over here was... oh, laboratory, so that's where the burner was. So this is... I don't think there's a reason for me to light that thing with the lighter that I apparently picked up. Oops, I hit the wrong button here. I meant to examine. It has no fluid but can still produce a spark. Yep, so... how do I... alright. Strange blank note. It smells odd. I like that, okay. Tab. So I think this was... alright, this is emergency room. Admissions office must be somewhere. You know what, I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna try that burner. Just because I feel like I'm closer to it now than anything else. So I'm noticing none of the audio seems particularly loud. It seems like the menu music was a lot louder. So you might want to consider tweaking things just so that there isn't such a discrepancy. I mean, it sounds okay right now in my headphones. It's probably a little quiet in the actual recording, but I just noticed that I had to like turn it down when I started the game, and then I had to turn it up afterwards, so a small thing to note. So I'm gonna try this. We got burning, and I wonder... oh, there you go. Alright, so I wasn't expecting this, it just occurred to me since it was in my inventory. I could try sticking it in the fire. I'm not sure if... I do like the fact that you mentioned in the examine function there that the note smelled funny. And it kind of hints you off to that there's something to it, I guess. I'm not sure if everyone would necessarily think to stick it in a burner. Or in this case it's over the burner, but you know, something to consider. It's often a challenge with these types of games to make such puzzles that people actually can figure out without getting like frustrated or feeling like they have to like try every object on everything, that sort of thing. So I don't know what the solution to that type of problem would be, but it's just what occurs to me, so I'm mentioning it. Obviously I found this out really quickly, but maybe someone else wouldn't, and they get stuck and, you know, not progress anymore, and that's a good way to kind of ruin the fun. So seems like a numeric code. That's cool. And I do like that I have to go back and examine. I can see it in the inventory even, so that's cool. That's I mean, I've seen details like that in games I've played, survival-ish or survival horror, I guess, games, but you know, those are big budget games, so it's cool to see those kinds of details in something like this. And yeah, it clearly says 957. Oh, I have to hit the back button, which is K, and then hit tab to get out of here, so I kind of don't like that. I'd like to be able to just tab out whenever I want to. And I do like that the light keeps going on the burner. Alright, so I have a key combination. I vaguely remember there was a door that had a keypad. I think it was this direction, so I did mention confusing layout, but it's not that bad. Like, I'm managing fine. It seemed, I guess, worse, a little worse than it is at first, but I do think even just having a map of just the general layout, like you don't even have to like put rooms or any like useful information on it, but just kind of the shape of where the paths go and stuff, that kind of thing as a map could be helpful for players orienting themselves. But if you don't like that, I mean, you don't have to put it in like a HUD or anything, because like you're obviously going for a HUD-less design. But alright, combination lock. So this kind of led, whether by chance or by design, it kind of led me along to this point pretty well. Combination lock on the handle. Does that mean I have to use this? Okay. So it wasn't 100% clear, but again, I figured it out okay, so with this sort of thing, I kind of expected to like pop up with something that wants me to put the code in or whatever, which would be, I mean, you'd have to program such a feature, but might be slightly more intuitive. The notice of no more use, so it's nice that you have a little garbage collection there. There's a key. Yes, please. Alright, so again, pretty slow pacing, not bad slow, but just slow. Obviously there hasn't been any action or anything. I don't even have a weapon yet, and I don't consider that a bad thing. It's just a oh wait, I don't remember what this door is. It's kind of a difference in genres, I think, so like I mentioned, not everyone would be into it. A large padlock. Oh, so maybe I can just go right out here with that key. Nope, not this one. Apparently. Interesting. I wonder if... morgue key. So that's helpful. I don't know how my character would know that, but it's still helpful. It looks like... I can't tell if you've normalized your movement speed on the diagonals or not. Alright, so this is locked. I'm going to try the key here. Nope. We'll keep going. This is going to make for a long video. It's going to take a long time to upload, I'm sure. The door won't budge. And this is where... oh, this is the bathroom again. Oh, the blood is gone. It's a little strange that the blood isn't there anymore, but it's not a big deal. Continue this way. We got... oh, this is a dead end. Alright, so I have a morgue key and a lighter, which I don't have anything to use the lighter on. Gonna continue this way, see if there's a door to the morgue. I think this is where the... that, what was that, the paper there or something? This door. Must be this one. Alright. We got some smoke going on. It occurs to me it's a little strange that the dark areas actually lighten up with the smoke effect over it. You know, it's kind of not how light works, so it looks a little jarring to me. Maybe you could render that like underneath the your little vision lighting effect thing. And it's somewhat distracting as well, just because it's so bright around the edges. So that's just my immediate impression. I know you wouldn't see it as much, but I think it would ultimately look better. First aid kit. Sweet. I'll take it. Ooh, what's going on here? Is that some body parts or something? Poor bastard. There's a fire axe lodged in his skull. Yes. I hear the door opening. Oh my gosh, that is super creepy. Oh, it's equipped. Oh my gosh, you have melee weapons. Oh, that makes this extra creepy because it means like... Okay. That's super cool, I'm not gonna lie. I do think your people, the actual drawings of the people are like indecipherable. Oh my gosh, he's coming at me. Oh wow, I don't know how to like avoid damage with this. Okay. This works, kind of. Alright, so he's dead. So obviously, as far as combat goes, pretty basic, rudimentary, I guess I would say. I do think the idea of damage avoidance is something that's super important in game design, and whenever I feel like damage was unavoidable or just like too difficult to avoid, then it's maybe something that needs to be looked at. Obviously, you kind of want to generate tense moments like that in this genre, but certainly a tricky aspect to designing this type of thing. I'd not obviously expect that when you have like a weapon that would be a different dynamic than just having a melee weapon. Melee versus melee attack like that is usually pretty has some interesting challenges to it. This is 9mm ammunition. Yes, I want that, obviously. I do like the fact that the door sound opened and stuff. You should have like a little thing at the start of your game that tells people to put their headphones on or whatever, because that's cool. Alright, so dead people. I wonder if that guy was the dude mentioned in the note. I did take a hit. I don't have like a number value for my health. It just is healthy, so I guess that's the sort of intentional vagueness in survival horror games like this. I want to try examining this guy. Alright, that doesn't do anything, that's fine. So I'm thinking I have an axe that I might be able to use to get into the emergency room. So, ooh, okay. Alright, so I am able to avoid. It's not too bad. Just have to be a little smart about it. So that seems fine. No complaints there. I'm feeling like this video is going to end up being a lot longer than my other ones. See that one? Oh gosh, he's fast. What the heck? See, that didn't feel right to me, because he just like... It didn't seem like that was avoidable. But it does seem like the trick is to wait for them to attack first. Okay, 2 at once isn't a good idea. I don't like when they double up. So when you try to attack them first, it's a little sketchy sometimes, but if you wait for them to attack, that definitely makes it easier. I don't know why that guy flew at me so fast and then like hit me instantly. Like, I don't mind the creepy super dash, but the fact that he attacked almost instantly afterwards, that didn't sit well with me. It didn't seem like it was avoidable at all. Somehow I'm at critical. I think I took, what, like 3 hits total? Let's try this injured. So I'm in pretty rough shape, which is unfortunate, and it's, considering how early it is, it's a little sketch. Oh, I like this. I like that I get to actually do it instead of like going into the menu to use it or something. That's cool. So hoping I don't die. But yeah, just for early game stuff, I mean, there's not really a reason to make the player risk death in their first encounters, I don't think. Unless they're just playing bad or whatever, which I might be, who knows. Alright, some more hospital situation here. Ooh, big bright light. It's kind of cool. Oh, is that like a dude that's gonna come alive? I think he's gonna come alive. Oh, I can't. I like there's a little bit of screen shake on the swing. I think that's tasteful. And that big bright light obviously means something. I'm guessing what what might happen if I can grammar. Alright, I guess we're gonna take the key. This is a reminder to all members of Bravo team. Alright, so we got military in here. Treatments. Okay. Yes, he's wiggling. I knew something was going to happen when I came back out. That's weird. Oh, wow. That is super weird. Oh, he's gone. That's pretty cool. I like that. Nice job with the little cinematic elements. And the dude's just gone. Do. Okay. How long is it? Oh. It looks like your inventory's yeah, you got a little bit of overlap here in your inventory elements. So I guess it's a small bug. I don't know how long this demo is. I'm a little worried about the length of the video and how long it's going to take to upload and all that stuff, but oh, more dudes. Uh-oh, I don't like the two at once. It's a little sketchy. Oh, especially when they're running. See, that's really lame. That's going to kill me. And that was... I should have waited for him to attack first. Ah, shoot. And that means I died, which means... Do I just start from the beginning? Oh, that's not good. Alright, so, see, that kind of stinks because I was actually, like, enjoying that and I wanted to keep going with it, and now I can't because I'm back at the beginning, basically, and I'd have to go through that all again. So, I don't know if you have any kind of save system. I don't know if, there was much left of the demo. I know it's just a demo, obviously, it's early. But I really don't like having to start over and losing progress and stuff like that. So, you know, checkpoints, whatever. It doesn't have to be every door you go through, it's auto-saves necessarily, but something that's reasonable. Because, yeah, I kind of wanted to keep playing. I wanted to see what else would happen. And that makes me think I should end the video because it's going to take so long. So this key seems to be a little bugged. It doesn't want to read when I hit the E key here. It finally worked. I had to hit it a lot, but alright, inventory, use, and then E key. So yeah, I've mentioned some things. Obviously some of them are really minute details, but I do think the E key isn't even necessary. I think you can just use J. I don't think J does anything if you're not holding L right now, so I don't see a reason why you can't just use J to like examine objects or something to that effect. And to be perfectly 100% honest, I think this is the best of the Demo Day 13 games that I've played by a pretty healthy margin. The atmosphere is really good, and the little cinematic elements, which are kind of genre staples, but I think they're really well done here. I mean, you can tell that the developer has a grasp on why those things work and has been able to kind of capture that. Not necessarily like reinventing the wheel or anything, or I guess super original is what I mean to say, but the 2D format makes it feel pretty unique, I think. I don't think I've played a game that plays like this and has kind of the 2D aesthetic and the gun mechanics and stuff. So even that, if that seems trivial, it does seem to make a difference in terms of it feeling original. And obviously there's a lot of games that have kind of tread this path before, but I think this is really well done regardless of that fact. And the fact that it's a demo and it's supposedly early, it doesn't it doesn't seem like it. I mean, usually games don't have atmosphere and cinematic and things like that when they're early in development. So I think that there's a lot that's been accomplished here clearly so far, and it definitely made me feel some of the tension and the spookiness, and I think that's been really effective. So definitely the worst part about this whole experience has been when it ended, and that was pretty lousy. I'm hoping that there wasn't too much more demo that I missed out on, because I'm not gonna keep going with this video. But for the developer who is doubting your work based on the feedback, quite frankly, you shouldn't listen to them at all. And I'm not sugarcoating this at all, because this is a pretty legit experience. It's definitely very promising, and I did not come into this thinking that I was even going to like it as much as I do. So, definitely consider continuing on with this. Maybe you can figure out something that pretends to be unique about it, that you could put on a store page or something to kind of grab people and say, oh, it's new and different. But in terms of what you're already doing here, this genuinely feels pretty darn good, and it definitely scratches the kind of itch that people who like this kind of game have. So, great work. I think that this could be a successful game and could garner a lot of good reviews and such, which is often the kind of thing that you need to be successful these days, is just to have someone, see a review or something and just say, oh, people like this, I should check it out, because it's kind of how gamers operate these days, is they want to see what's the fancy thing on the market now. People are really open to indie devs and everything now. Anyways, I'm just rambling. I'm going to end this video, and thumbs up for this game, because this is a genuinely enjoyable experience, and that's saying a lot for something that's supposed to be early and rough. So good on, and if you have questions or whatever, you can just ask me, and I will see you guys later.